Welcome to I Speak Giant. I am Zachary. I will be your dungeon master for this evening. But first, before we get into the adventures and the dice rolling and the whatnot, we're going to introduce my lovely cast around me. Luke Lancaster, the criminal of crime, Vinnie Cupcakes. She's got two fists and she knows how to use them. Felicia McIntyre as Desmond Wraithwalker.
That's
Short.
Oh, sorry.
Short, knife-wielding, cunning, and murderous. Alyssa Grant, which also describes Frankie Risotto.
Wow.
And last, and somewhat least, he's 2 steps ahead, but a day late. The third, L'Entrée the fourth, playing Joel Rennie.
Yeah. Hey, Mom. This is my new slogan, apparently.
Hey, Mom.
There is excitement in the midst of Anktor, the city of dreams, as long as you don't dream too big. We see a child no more than 5 years old, sprinting, weaving through a busy crowd, trying to get closer to what all of them are gathered there to see. Carriages, modified to be longer and wider, hitched together 5 in a row, but largely made of gleaming steel. It is a wonder of engineering and artificing, an arcane marvel. We, the audience, would recognize this as something like a train. But for the people here, this is the first time they're seeing anything like this, and it's blowing their mind. A whir starts up and the carriages lift off, levitating a few feet from the earth. People whoop and cheer. A few people are scared but laugh it off. Great Foley.
Yeah.
The excitement of the crowd is palpable. Or maybe that's just the arcane runoff. There's a choo-choo from the train as it starts to glide forward. The crowd waves their friends and loved ones off, and we swing into the last passenger carriage, where the barely fortunate party, -1, are taking their seats. Felicia,
What's up?
would you like to describe your character for us?
She's tall. She's elven. She is dressed in voluminous clothing. Dark clothing, because she's metal as hell. She's probably picking up after L'Entrée. Just as a matter of course. Like...
L'Entrée is not there.
What?
All right, I'll see you
Vinny.
guys later.
Vinny Cupcakes, please describe your character.
Vinnie Cupcakes, 4'0" gnome with a darker complexion and unruly black hair, slicked back, unearthly, demonic yellow glowing eyes. His ill-fitting, shabby suit is a couple of inches above his buckled boots, bright pink socks poking out. He straightens his tie and pats his jacket down. He doesn't know how he feels about this whole commuter relationship. He's a work-from-home kind of guy.
And Frankie Risotto.
Frankie Cupcakes.
What? Sorry, you said that. I didn't say that. You said that.
Steal more of my shit. I don't care.
Also incredibly short, Frankie Cupcakes is
Frankie Cupcakes.
What? What have you done to me? Frankie Risotto.
I don't see no ring on this finger.
Great not having to pay rent because I'm living rent-free in your head.
So Frankie Risotto has a pale orange tint to her skin. She has scars all over her face, gashes out of her ears. Her ears are lined with just a myriad of different piercings. And she is sitting with her black cloak wrapped around her, playing with her little spider as she gazes out the window and looks back at the spider and gazes back out the window and is like, so, does anyone know where L'Entrée is?
As you say that, you look out the window and you see, like, rushing through the crowd. L'Entrée, do you want to describe your character for us?
He's a 6 foot tall human, bard, blue eyes, shaggy beard. Probably should have gone to a barber before this live stream. Long hair. He is wearing a mixture of yellow and blue, which is his family crest, family color, his usual performing outfit. And he's running through a crowd, just pushing people indiscriminately.
You see that 5-year-old kid just boom,
Kicking right onto the tracks.
grabs his ice cream as he does it. And then
you are now running out behind the train. The train is moving faster than you are able to run, though. How are you catching up?
L'Entrée.
Is there anything we can do on the train to make it more difficult for him?
Do I spot him? Can I see him running?
you spot him like running like pushing through the crowd.
So right as I say, so where's L'Entrée? I look out the window again and I see Lantre pushing his way through, and I look back at the group and it's like, found him.
Oh, that's a shame.
I feel like I really don't want to bust a spell slot this early in
You
just
don't have
an
to.
intro montage.
You don't have to.
Surely if I just give up chasing the train, Zach will make it wait for
Yeah,
me.
you can go sit over there while we play.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, right?
Try it.
No, that's not worth it.
I have an idea.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna get up very slowly and unbothered, and I'm gonna walk over to where like the train is going, and there's the door that you can kind of hang off of.
Mhm.
So I'm gonna kind of poke my head out the door and say, "Hey, Lantre, prepare yourself." And I'm going to cast a web from the train over Lantre.
Like the 2 anchor points of the train and Landre. Cast it. Do you try and dodge away? Do you try
I think as you say that, Lunch's like, "What? I can't hear."
It gets in your mouth.
Yeah, in my- yeah.
Also, it came from my mouth because I
Yeah.
went pa.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, but the ice cream in my hand flips out of my hand, goes in the air, it lands back in the kid's hand. It's like,
I thought you were gonna say it right on the kid's face. Webs onto you. You like for a second you like kind of like reel back and then you're like sprung back thunk, onto the side of the train. And you're like webbed there. As the rest of your companions sit in their seat, you're on the outside, just being like, hey.
Yeah.
"Hey guys, what are we doing?"
And I
Where are we
actually turn
going?
back in and I walk back into the train and sit down.
You need
Leave
one.
me there.
It's fine out here.
It's getting windy.
Just to stick my head out of the window.
Yeah,
to
how long
dry
has
my
Web
hair
last?
out.
Does
That's
web
a
last?
good question.
Don't
It
tell Joe.
lasts. How long does it last?
Long enough, I hope. This is really.
It says here duration 1
Spell
train
ends
trip.
at the start of your next turn.
Oh.
What? And then you grab onto the windowsill and like you do that like little like your foot goes like waggling at the train door and before you like catch yourself and pull yourself in the train. You enter with the rest of your friends just as there's the crackle of speaking stones on each corner of the train carriage. A voice comes over being like, could Vinny Cupcakes, Frankie Risotto, Desdemona Wraithwalker, and Lantre the fourth, please make your way to the engineer's cabin. Thank you.
When the
do I-
when the announcement happens,
How do I stop this? I got it. Oh, there. Yep. Sorry. Thank you.
when the announcement happens, when we first hear Vinny Cupcakes, I start going, ooh.
Frankie Risotto and Des goes,
Kind of weird they knew we were on the train, but that's okay.
we're probably in a log of some kind. Surely we bought a ticket to be here. Okay.
Oh, yeah, totally. Bought tickets to be on the train.
Why?
It would be weird if I didn't buy a ticket.
Wait, you've got so much money. There's no reason why you wouldn't buy a ticket.
I'm unfamiliar with the concept of trains. That's something you established.
Don't assume our purchasing habits, Zach.
It's true. It's true.
There's a reason I got all this money, because I'm not spending it on train tickets.
Exactly how capitalism works.
Yeah, it's fine. I bought a ticket for Vinny.
So you're in the second to last carriage. The one behind you is the luggage carriage. You get up, you move through this one into the next, which is a little bit nicer. There's closed rooms for people. And then you make your way through that to the next carriage, which is like okay, this is like the first class carriage. There is very few people here. They kind of look a bit snooty at you as you pass through. And then you knock on the door. It's like an iron door. This is like a well kind of fortified door to what you believe is the engineer's cabin. You can knock and it opens, and the engineer's like, "Oh, hi there. Yeah. Come in. He's like kind of like a soot-faced guy. Yeah, come on in. Meet the crew. You see a number of like large people. There's a half-orcish woman and another human woman, both having like sledgehammers. You see in the middle of the room is a large lux crystal. This is a material that expends heat if you apply kinetic force to it. They've got soft padded mallets that they've been like striking the train to keep it moving. He's he's like, hi, thank you so much for joining us. Oh wow, look, all of you are here. That's great. So I just want to say, I hope you're having a lovely time aboard the train already. We're gonna this is the first passenger. Sorry, you all have I know about you. You guys, like, you saved the kingdom, and like, so I'm just super happy you're here, because I'm just if you could keep an eye out,
For
Do
like.
you want us to give you an autograph? Happy to.
No, I couldn't ask. Well, the half orcish woman, like, leaned back, is like, yeah, he definitely does. He was hammering. No, I couldn't ask you to do that. That'd be. I'm trying. I need to drive the train. Oh, sorry, I need to drive. And he runs over and like starts like fiddling this, like at the very front of the engineer's cabin. There's like dials and knobs and like levers and such. And he's like, sorry about it. Sorry. Yes. Autograph. No, keep an eye out if you would. It's just, there's a first passenger train that we've taken from Anktor to the capital. So exciting, to get moving, but also things happen. I'm just worried. I'm a worrier.
You seem like a real panicky kind of guy.
Yep.
Yeah.
You should try.
One of the human woman, is like, they're both like, there's this rhythmic, like, kind of pounding sound. But I don't want to put you under any much trouble. You guys have done so much for.
What's your name? Yeah.
Bronkton. Bronkton, my name's Bronkton.
This
I
is
didn't
the
make
first
that up.
NPC we meet, and you didn't even name him before you got here.
Things happen,
Bronkton.
Yeah, I didn't.
That's forever.
I didn't name him just then. I looked at my notes, and that's what my name.
Yeah, you didn't hold eye contact with me with the entire time.
Yeah, because
Yep.
it's on his name tag, so it obviously didn't just materialize at the moment that you
We
said
just
asked.
said that he has a name tag.
Yeah, he has a name
Mentioned
tag. It
that
says
before.
Bronkton.
Straight at him.
Did you just say Brompton?
I asked Zach right before this morning if you were ready for date, and you were like, sure.
Got all the names.
So Brompton is your real name?
Bronkton, just with the K.
So it's
With a
Brompton,
K.
two names.
Yeah, Bronkton.
Brompton.
Yep,
LLC.
that's me. Head
So-
engineer.
So, head engineer, sir, we will give you our autographs.
Thank you.
It's fine. No, it's good.
For
Yeah,
the kids.
great.
I've got kids at home.
Yeah, the kids. Yep. Definitely not for you. Totally understand.
What are your kids' names?
Brompton and Brankton.
Bralpton and George. He's the black sheep of the family.
Oh, fuck. Right. So, is there anything that specifically made you worried, or did you
It's
just
just
want
a maiden voyage of a thing always goes poorly.
It seems like a whole thing. Wait, what?
What? Just the maiden, like, when there's like the first voyage of a ship, or like,
Name one time in the history of
one time.
this world where that has been the case.
I can't. It's just a more of a vibe. Look, you're right. I'm
No, I'm
worrying.
just saying, we
No,
were all the way at the back of the train, and you called us on the intercom, and we
I saw your
walked past a
names.
lot of people to get here.
Did you just want to meet
What?
us? Is that what this is?
No. I just want to.
All right,
I'm gonna look sideways at the half orc lady. Yeah.
All right, give me your arm. Lantre just starts signing his arm. Like,
Carving
just-
into it. For my kids, you understand. Thank you. No, I just, it. But like in general, if you could. But it's mostly. I'm
you
good
generally
now.
Keep an
So
eye out anyway. Just
cool.
Yep.
Cool. Yeah, I
Yep.
bet you do. Bet you guys are always eagle-eyed. Right?
You're like-
Yeah, not really. I spend most of my time.
Oh yeah. Classic
Good luck.
Lantre. Classic Lantre. Yeah, right.
That is classic hair.
All
Hey,
right, this has
Lantre,
been a
you
lot
should
of
do
fun.
the thing. Do the thing. He's a fan.
You
Yeah,
do
he's
the
a fan.
thing?
Do the thing.
Lantre starts to like take unbutton.
No.
his shirt.
No.
What's my thing?
I
Pretty sure my only
been
thing is being naked.
this has been great. This has been great. They say never meet your heroes, and I don't disagree. Anyway, thank you for joining me in the engineer's carriage. You find your seats. You have a lovely ride. We'll be there a few hours.
No problem. Just let me know if you ever want me to punch you. Totally fine.
Sure, I think I would actually die if you did that. Just one would kill me. So
Oh, I thought you were being flattering, as in like, oh, I would die.
no, you'd
I mean,
break
yeah,
my
you
jaw off,
probably would. Yeah.
and I would die.
Yep.
So don't, please.
Okay.
Dez's
Thank
punches
Not
don't
just a
hurt
little.
that much. Okay.
She punches Landry.
He just crumbles into the corner.
You guys take your leave of the engineering carriage, make your way winding back.
As we leave, I put my hand on his shoulder. I'm like, never meet your heroes.
It's like, thank you. Who are you? So you make your way back to your seats. Again, it's about an hour. There were a couple hours that the trip was going to take, so you kind of knock about. You know, you've gotten a pretty good sense of the carriage now. About halfway through your journey, the speaking stones crackle again. However, this time they're accompanied by a full illusion of a seemingly human man. He's got grayed hair. He has an eye patch covering a scarred mess of a socket.
It's pirate. Pirate?
He's wearing more like road leathers. He looks around as if he can see his surroundings, and he zeroes in on you, Vinny. He's like,
Vinny's doing a crossword. Hey, you got a 6-letter word for high-speed method of conveyance?
I had a whole.
Oh no, sorry. You do your thing first.
Yeah, I will. Long time no see, Vinny.
Is that a joke about the eye patch?
What? No. Hey. Rude.
Do I recognize this man? I'm sorry. We meet so many people. Andre, do you know who this is?
Oh, hold on 1 second. And Lontre takes out his arm and starts signing it. There you go.
It's an illusion. You just pass right through it. No.
Oh no! It's
no.
we met earlier. Brompton, right? You were the guy up front.
Who's Brompton?
The guy up the front of the train.
The engineer? No,
That's
I'm not.
not you. We
I'm
met
your
like an hour
nemesis. Remember the eye?
Oh my god, you have a nemesis? I'm a nemesis?
ago. You want this one?
Hey, I'm
I don't
right
want
here.
I'm not up for grabs.
I'm right here.
Yeah, like Frankie's here. We got a whole there's a tense professional rivalry.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Frankie?
You know
Nemesis is
Frankie.
here.
Yeah, I know
we
Frankie.
go way back.
Sorry?
Look. Look. I had a whole thing prepared, and now you're getting right under my
I'm
skin.
sorry. That was rude. Do your thing. Well, hang on. Oh, spooky hologram man. What's he
No,
gonna
because
say?
now you're putting it on, all right? Now you're putting it on. You're all... Really? None of you? None of you.
Wait,
He took my eye. You're all just like...
Are you there?
Yes, you were there!
oh, I know who it was.
feel like-
I know who it was.
Who?
Edward.
No!
You know what? I think I understand what you're feeling right now. I'm feeling a little blindsided as well.
Oh.
That was
Good
unnecessary.
one.
That was good.
That was
That was
good.
unnecessary. He did that to me. Vinny did that to me.
I
so
feel like I would remember if I did that to someone.
And
we
I
were on top
stabbed
of a
him.
cliff face.
Yeah.
It was raining.
No,
there was a
guys.
lightning strike.
He was there. He was a mage. Did some
Not
magic.
a mage.
Vinny isn't one for drama. For drama. Drama. Look. I
He struck me in
stabbed.
the eye with the spell, and I fell from the cliff.
What spell?
Elwood.
One of them.
Oh,
Elwood?
Elgin?
No.
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 Elgin.
No.
Svetla?
No,
No.
Svetlar's cool.
No, I actually thought it was Elgin. So
I'm gonna- I had a whole thing, and he
Mark.
pulls out a piece
it's
of note.
Mark.
Mark?
No, it's not Mark.
Mark.
It's not Mark.
Okay, no,
Anthony.
please.
I get now it feels. You know what? Yeah, because of that, because of your rudeness. All right, how about this? Pop quiz, hotshot. There's a bomb on this train. If the train goes under 50 miles per hour, the bomb blows up.
Yeah, we know the bomb is the thing
Sorry,
driving the
what?
And
train.
now,
Hour.
because of Vinny's rudeness, the driver and the crew have been murdered.
Is this an algebra test?
Did you kill Brompkin?
What do you do? And then he disappears.
He killed Brompkin?
Is this supposed to be in summary
Or
form?
Brumkin?
Is this multiple
Brumkin?
choice?
What was his name?
I feel like if he just led
You
with that before we cut him off,
Feel
that would
the
have been really
train
impressive.
start to slow.
No!
Oh, this is speed.
This is speed, for sure.
He literally did the speech from Speed.
I just straight up stole it. Like I didn't even. Like the pop quiz asshole bit, like nothing really.
I haven't seen it in like a decade. Excuse you.
What are you doing? Train's starting to slow.
Oh, so what if I go outside and run real fast behind it, just to get back up to speed?
I mean, you couldn't push the whole thing.
Could try.
You could try.
You could
and
roll.
it's currently moving faster than you can run.
I think we should get back
Well,
up to the engine room
it
pretty
might-
quick.
Yeah, the engine room seems to be like a.
And I know he did that whole thing, there's a bomb on this train, but like, there's a bomb propelling this train.
We should delegate this. I feel like someone else could handle the speed of this.
Train's getting slower.
I'm just
Slow.
gonna walk up to the engine room.
You walking?
Should I dance up to the engine room?
Running might be an option.
Yes, I'll run up to the engine room. How's that sound? I'll do it on the outside of the train. That better?
Yes.
How do you get to the outside of the train?
I go outside the train.
Out a window.
How?
Out a window.
The window that opens, the one that Lontre came in at the start of the
The
That's
doors
true.
are open in the back. So you run out there, jump on the top of the train. You can see in the distance there's been a track. There's not rail tracks, but it's now they're out here. But there's a path, a road been specifically carved
Right.
through here. It's leading up to a tunnel and probably like way in the distance. Like so far.
So far.
It won't come up again.
Middle.
You sprint across the top of the train faster than your companions can move through the train itself, and swing in through the engineers. Well, you swing in through the lead, like the first class carriage, and then the door is locked.
I punch it.
Thung.
What are the
Sounds
other
amazing.
passengers in first class doing? I imagine they're like shrieking right now.
They don't seem to be bothered.
Someone,
Really?
what?
The passengers in your carriage are. The
They're
carriage
not in
at
first
the
class?
no.
Who just had a person jump through a window
Oh, that yeah. I mean, they're a little bothered by
and
that. They're
start
like
punching a door?
You punch the door and they're like uncouth. One of them, a monocle drops into one of their glasses of champagne.
I do declare.
I do declare.
You should think about it in D&D universe in general, like with wizards and mages
Yeah.
and bards and everything and whatnot and monks. Probably the tolerance for weird stuff would be
Is really high.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
someone jumping in and punching a door would be like, that just happens every time I catch a train because someone tries to break in. That's why they have a big door and they don't get in. So
So it just makes a really cool bell sound.
You dent it pretty good. You reckon, like, if you another few of these, smack, and the door bursts from its hinges, slams open, and you need to make a Constitution saving throw as a wave of gas comes like spilling out towards you.
Why gas?
because he
I mean, what? It's the
Find out. Yeah, I mean that's a fair question, but I'm not gonna just answer it.
Who do you think I am?
9.
Yeah, you take
How much you gonna take?
9 points of poison damage,
That's fine.
and you are poisoned.
That's fine.
So you have disadvantage on attack rolls and ability checks.
Oof.
You wade in through this like toxic green mist as you're kind of like brushing your like putting your hand up to your mouth to like cough and sputter. You see now the screams from the carriage beneath you as people start to like scramble away from the thing. You see the body of the two
No,
engineers.
The fork lady.
They kind of like you can see them kind of like weakly coughing on the ground.
Okay, good.
But like their eyes are like one of them like eyes are bloodshot completely,
Oh.
and they seem to be in a bad way. You
Can I
kind
drag
of
them out?
you could again the train is getting slower and slower. You feel at this point you're hearing this like whirring sound. It's different to the sound of the arcane devices laden on the bottom of the train to keep it
I'll
afloat.
just start punching the thing.
What thing?
The Lux Crystal. Keep going.
You start to punch it, and you start to pick up a little bit of speed, but you realize you can see as a bit more of the gas clears, the head engineer, who we all remember his name.
Lumpkin.
Brompton.
It's definitely not Blumpkin.
It was 100% Brompton.
Brompton.
Sorry.
Has slumped at the controls, and one of the levers is pushed all the way to
Yeah.
the down position.
I
Well,
pushed
there's your
it.
problem.
Push it all the way to the middle position. Nice.
You run up, you push him over, and you do make an intelligence check to try and sort this out.
Oh, I'm intelligent. That's rude. 13. Look, I'm fast with my fists. Fast with
I
my
love
brain.
that we continue. Des is canonically bad at driving things.
Yeah.
Also,
Also, that was an ability check, so I mean, that's a disadvantage.
oh yeah, disadvantage.
The poison.
Thanks, Lunchhead.
Is that?
Yeah, what up? Boom.
3.
You guys,
How do you
Remember the rules now.
you guys told me I should pay attention and learn how to play. I'm trying.
At this point, the rest of your companions, if you chose to run to the engineering room, you can be there now.
I don't want to. What I want to do as they're running up the train is the sending stone devices. Can I make some kind of check, maybe an Arcana check, to work out if the receiver is on the train or if there is a secondary receiver?
Yes, you can make an Arcana roll.
Or you could just hack into it.
Desdemona, as you get up to this thing, you're like wheezy, your eyes are running.
That's why it didn't work, not because of my
You
strength.
grab the lever, you push it forward. It goes forward and then breaks off.
No!
And you see like a spark from the console. It is in the accelerate position, but that's not changing anytime soon. You realize now that was the problem, that it was deaccelerating. Now it's accelerating, but it doesn't have the power to keep it up. So while it lurched forward for a moment, now the carriage is starting to the train is starting to slow again.
So now if I start punching the crystal, it's fine.
Sure, but you're only one person, and you're a martial artist, but you don't have a lot of strength behind your punches. They're just they're trying to
Angry.
hit. they're just very angry punches. What are the rest of you doing?
17 on my Arcana.
You take one down from the wall. We pan back through the carriages. You take one down from the wall. You realize these are all connected. Yeah, they're hardwired into the carriages, from carriage to carriage up to what you assume is the leading carriage. Now that you think about it, you remember that in the lead carriage there was a master speaking stone.
Interesting. So Mark had to be on the train at least at some point, maybe not anymore.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
It's not much.
Especially Mark.
I'll pocket the sending stone, and I will start heading up to the engine room.
So, Frankie and Luntre, what are you doing to keep this thing going?
I imagine I would have started to make my way towards the engine room as well.
Mhm.
I don't jump up on the roof or anything, so it's by carriage, like from carriage to carriage. And I'm going to ask everyone as I go through. I'm like, "There's no need to panic, but everyone just stay in your seats." I said,
I wasn't
"No
panicking
panicking."
before, but now I am.
Very annoying person.
I bought a ticket.
Sorry?
How did
I
Zach
will
Nayum
get my
on this
money's
train?
worth.
I throw water on her and make it and freeze it so her mouth is frozen.
fair.
Thank you.
You make your way into the
Yeah.
first class carriage, and here there's a bit more pandemonium breaking out. The vapors have kind of drifted out of the room, and people are backed up. They've kind of sandwiched themselves, they're kind of bottlenecking at the door. And as you open it, people are just kind of spilling through and brush it, pushing past you to get back to the
I
carriage
say,
behind you.
everyone, one at a time. You are supposed to be civilized people. Please make your way calmly to the back of the next carriage.
Make
Thank you.
make an intimidation check. Or a persuasion check.
Let's do intimidation.
Sure.
Or else I'll do it for you.
There you go.
That is a 14.
Yeah, that'll do it. Like, these people aren't
Oh, that's a
particularly...
19. That's a 20.
Oh, yeah. These people aren't
Hey.
definitely not like particularly like strong spined, and they like after being ordered directly to behave, they form a line and like get out much quicker, letting you to get in. The front carriage is empty now. You can see that like spilling of gases kind of like billowing out from the engine room, and you hear like Dez's like yelling from inside. Lontre, are you there as well?
So are we gonna get hit by that gas?
If you charge in there, yeah. What do you want to do?
I think Landre's gonna run up and be like, use his cantrip, which is produce flame, to see if it does anything to this gas.
You're gonna blow me up?
Just test in the waters, like just on the edge. Because it'd either blow up or the gas would just go away.
Not really.
I mean, I feel like
That's
it's
not
50-50.
Is that how it works?
Sure. Light up your hand.
Yep.
You walk up to the gas, and then you see it go, and like spear starts spreading out, flame like burning like it does on like an oil fire. It's not the gas. It doesn't look like the gas is lighting up, but like the edges of it, like they're surrounding it. As it does hit the engineering room, fire just spreads through that room, blowing out the windows at the front. And Des, make a dexterity saving throw for me.
No regrets.
Hey, you got rid of the gas.
Dexterity. Oh, that's 21.
21. Okay, since you have evasion, you don't take anything for a...
Correct.
How does Des avoid this explosion?
She's just so angry at Lontre.
Oh my god, I'm so mad. It just radiates off of me, and the flames just go around me. And that's what Andre sees through the doorway.
You intimidate the flames. Like the flames are just like, holy shit.
During this, Des makes prolonged eye contact.
Yeah, as the fire burns away, the last two embers you realize are actually just Dez's eyes staring at you.
Yeah, Landre just quickly wipes his flame out of hand. He's like, I don't know.
Whoa, that's crazy.
Whoops.
Yeah.
Two poor people on the floor.
Ooh.
Oh, they'd be fine. This gas is like, this is a beautiful fantasy
dead?
realm.
Are they dead?
No.
You wanna do a medicine check?
No.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yes.
3, because Brompton was in there as well, wasn't he?
No.
Bronk's definitely dead.
No, he's not.
Wrong is dead.
I didn't think about repercussions.
Oh, did you not?
Medicine check of any kind that's a 4 and a 5.
Yeah, they're still alive. They're fine.
Yeah.
They might be alive. You just don't know.
Okay, don't worry. I'll give them some good berries. It's gonna be fine.
You rush in there. You see the bodies in front of you. What do, Lontre?
I summon some good berries and I put them in their mouths. I'm
Is
like,
Bronson definitely dead?
no.
No. Well, maybe.
No. You gave him a name and now I'm
You force a berry in each person's mouth, and you see them like you do it once, twice to the two engineers that were like beating the Lux crystal. You run over to Bronkton as he's like slumped in the corner next to the console. Put a berry in his mouth. You sit there waiting. Usually this works faster, and then you hear one of the engineers cough.
Yeah, it's crazy how Dez just lit this whole place up.
Lontre?
Make a
Lontre.
deception check, Lontre.
Oh, what?
Yeah, make a
Okay,
deception
hold
check
on,
while
hold
Des
on.
punches you.
Is that a disadvantage?
No.
Oh, Jesus, I'm good at deception.
Yeah.
Never use that skill, ever. So that is a 25.
They all look at Des like.
I would never. Lontre, you tell them right now what happened.
It's fine.
I love
Des.
Lontre, you tell them right
Bronkton
now.
gets up. It's fine, Des.
Lontre,
Mistakes happen.
Okay.
I did not make a mistake. Lontre,
I'm not sure if I'm scared of Dez or like
Lontre?
if I'm just scared of Dez.
There's bigger things to be
Look,
concerned about right
It's
now.
true, Dez.
all right, but you're gonna pay for this later.
The train is starting to get on low power.
Lantre takes Des takes Lantre's head and smashes it into the crystal and uses that to power the train.
You tell them the truth.
The chain is just jumping each time.
The engineers start going wild for Lantre's like self-sacrifice and powering the train with his forehead.
Yeah.
You're our hero, Lantre.
I don't want to brag.
The half orcish woman like coughs is like, it's gotta be regular. You gotta more force than that. You're gonna kill him if you gotta hit it with the
hammer.
hammers. And you see him like labored breathing.
Yeah. Lantre, could you heal them a bit more? It's the least you could do.
I could, but my head is so sore from being. Would
you like me to punch you somewhere else then?
The other option is that you could get people from other places in the train.
Yeah, I'll do that. I stick my head out. Does any of the fancy people look like they could wield a hammer? Doubt it. Okay, next.
You charge through what little people remain, like guarding their things from what you assume that they think are going to be bandits to steal their goods.
Sure.
You charge through the second carriage. You size up the two biggest people. What do they look like?
One's just straight up a bugbear.
Like
you.
He's shaved his head to look like he just has a mustache.
Oh, bless. Oh,
He's
no,
just
they're
like
connected chops.
Yeah.
Connected chops.
He's like, why me? I don't know why I would be of any service. I'm just your normal average guy.
You sure aren't, and that's why I need you to help me keep this train going.
Oh, right, okay.
Yes, thank you.
Gets up, lopes into the engine room. Who's the other guy?
The other guy is
A very, very small but built
circus
halfling woman.
Yes. You know those? Okay, but she's dressed in like the circus performers that have like.
She has a mankini on.
And she's like,
Whoa!
those people that are like.
It's covering other
It
areas.
covers everything.
She's wearing one of those like strongman
Yes,
leotards.
yeah, that's what.
Right,
yeah,
right.
Yeah. So like.
It's like a deep. There's like a deep.
And when she
kind of sort of thing.
she's totally into it. She's just like, yeah, I'll use my strength for whatever at whatever time. It's whatever.
Yeah, she's like, you need someone strong. She like spits and smashes throughout the window.
I like you.
She marches over.
No. She goes, hut, 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 hut. Oh.
She actually just starts to flip towards the engine room.
Keep them?
They're gonna make it. They're like gonna make it really difficult to give regular strikes.
Regular.
Given one is giant with long limbs, the other is tiny. They're doing their best.
It'll be fine.
As you all reconvene, Vinny, what are you doing actually?
I was headed up to the engine. So
Engine
I'm
room.
guessing
So you all convene there. So things you know from a cursory glance. The console at this point is pretty well fried.
I did not punch it.
Not punch it, correct. Pretty well fried. The luck stone, that explosion going through him has damaged it. So you see there's like a crack through it. Vinny, you would know, and Frankie as well, that luck stone once compromised
volatile.
It becomes volatile.
Every time they hit it with the hammers, it's just like another.
And once it goes. It will
So-
explode this probably whole train, you think?
That means we need to figure out a way to manually keep this train going. We need to throw the Lux out, and we need to get the rest of the people off of this train.
Probably not in that order.
There's also the case of, well, at least as far as you know from what the announcement said, there is a bomb on this train.
Right, so get the people off and then just let the train blow up. I don't
Yeah, that's fair.
You blew up the engine room. The electricity was broke because of you.
Is there? Do we know if there's another station coming up? Like, is there a map of the route?
You do know that this route goes straight from from Anktor to the capital. It was supposed to stop gently at the capital building. The outside of the capital walls. You were about an hour. You're a decent number of hours into the trip, so this is probably coming up on next 20, 30 minutes maybe.
Okay, and there are
You'll
no
be there.
other stops in between.
No, this
Okay.
was a straight shot.
Straight shot. Okay. Okay, so if we do we know if we remove the luck stone if we will lose momentum immediately?
It'll be like you won't lose momentum immediately. So two things will happen if you make you can make a investigation check, or you can make an Arcana check. Arcana will tell you more. Investigation will tell you some things.
Would you like me to make this check, since those are two things I'm good at?
Could I make an intelligence check instead, just a straight up?
Straight up intelligence check.
Yep.
Sure.
Oh no, it's the same thing.
Yeah, I would
just
assume
that. Let's see. That is a 13.
13. If you take this out, you're not sure what'll happen.
This might be another check as well. So, like, obviously the Lux is powering this. You said it gives off heat when it's hit with kinetic force.
Yeah.
So, can I get a sense of how the engine works? Is it just heat propelling this?
Make an Arcana check.
12.
Bard, do you want to do anything?
I would also like to just understand how the machine
Sure,
works,
make an Arcana
how the
check.
machine does the things that it
You can
does.
also give bardic inspiration, but that's ship has sailed, I guess.
shit, but,
I'll say you could give it to either Vinny or Frankie.
Which
On
one
the
do you
rolls.
want to get ahead?
it's a hard decision. Hold on. I'm giving it to Luke.
Wow, making
Hey,
it
wow.
alive.
Wow.
at
Odds
the
are
table.
evens. It's the rule of odds are evens. You gotta blame the dice god.
No, I still blame
I'm
Joel.
sorry. No, I just was
It's
the
2020.
harbinger of.
Tried to
of
take
dice.
yourself out of it. Didn't work.
Is
Didn't
it a
It
work.
does
D10?
work. It does.
Yeah.
D10?
Flip a coin. Yeah.
What did I say before?
13?
Add 3 to it. 16.
16. Okay, you passed 15. You know that, so the Lux crystal is power, like with heat energy, is powering some kind of like arcane battery that is both propelling the train forward as well as keeping the levitation like sigils powered.
Okay,
So if this came out, you would both lose forward momentum, start to lose more momentum, but like
and the
lift.
So what I was trying to work out is, like, is it just heat, or is there something specific about the Lux crystal?
Lux crystal is giving off heat, and whatever like engine, like mechanical and arcane devices
Right, okay.
around it,
Yep.
like turning that heat into magical energy.
Okay.
Oh, okay. So you couldn't just blast it.
Blast it with a fireball and see
Yeah.
what happens. Yeah.
You could.
Well, I mean, I could. But, like, this cabin has been set on fire once, so by Dez.
Yeah. I know. Couldn't
As
get
far
any
as anyone
worse
knows.
than that. She pretty much killed the 3 people in the room. You know.
Okay.
Good thing I was here with good berries.
Hey, thank you for saving my life, by
It's
the way,
fine.
Landry.
That's
Tell
fine.
them the fucking truth right now.
Dez, we don't have time to argue.
Could we animate objects, meaning the train, to make it continue to propel
It's
as
not-
we get rid of
it'd
the
be
Lux?
too big.
Would it
Is the
be?
problem.
What are the limitations of animate objects?
Come on, Joel, you should know this.
One
Yeah, you know.
huge creature, one huge sized object you can. So you could,
Aw.
a number of carriages you could. It's probably
Well,
2
technically,
carriages.
it's the front that is giving all of the energy, and everything else is just connected and propelling.
Yeah.
So if we just focus
So
on the
it's
first carriage,
so it's giving energy. Just the front carriage is providing the pull,
Mhm.
and then it is running levitation glyphs on the
Ah.
underside of all the carriages.
Do we know where this bomb is on this train?
That is also a pressing concern.
Could I
We just get them off that.
make an intelligence check to know the best place to put a bomb on this train?
Yeah, make an intelligence check as to where you would put a bomb on the train.
That's an 18 on the die. Just straight intelligence? Or
Yeah.
investigation? Okay.
Investigation, yeah.
Investigation takes it to 26.
26. Best place to put it would be somewhere that no one can reach it.
So underneath the train, likely.
okay, that's a job for us.
It's a job for Spider Climb.
Yeah.
This one.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. What I would like to do is Cloak of the Bat.
No.
Whip around, turn into my horrifying regular human head on bat body creature,
Yeah, as you will want to do.
and quickly just check the underside of the train.
You fly down. Make a perception check for me.
I don't have bat perception handy. I can echolocate though, if that helps.
It does.
Well, that's garbage.
Is that advantage with echolocation?
No.
No, it just gives me blindside.
Yeah.
It's the idea of Vinny like underneath the train going.
That's just a 10.
I'm just
10.
going, Vinny. That's how he does sonar as a bat.
You see a number of things underneath this thing. First of all, you see that all the carriages, the outside of them, are lined with these runic blocks of basalt that provide lift for the train carriages.
Mm-hmm.
You're not sure where, like, looking, seeing. There's enough stuff down here that one of these things could be it. There is some things that you assume might be the bomb, but you're just not sure.
But nothing looks mechanical, right? It all looks arcane.
Yes.
So I can assume if there is a bomb, it's some kind of magical bomb.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
What's Frankie doing? What's
I
the plan?
I look at Lantre and I say, get everyone to the first 4 carriages. We will focus all of our efforts on the first 4 carriages, and then let the others go, while I go check underneath the carriage, in a way that is much more careful and in a much better way than Vinny would.
Really hope the train doesn't fall on you.
I spider climb out the window.
All right, you spider climb out the window. Lantre, you walk out the back. You are like getting to the carriages. You are accosted by an older man who's just like, "I demand to know what is happening here. I paid for my ticket. I deserve to be told what is going on. I paid first class, mind you.
All right,
Young man,
everyone.
what's happening?" And you see like the faces behind them, and not necessarily fully in agreement, but they're definitely scared and they're definitely worried.
Okay. Lantre looks at everyone and he says, "All right, everyone, calm down." And then he pulls out his gun and he aims it at the roof. And he's like, "Everyone move to the front 4 carriages." And he just pulls the trigger.
You mean the back 4 carriages?
Back 4 carriages?
The
Front four.
Front 4?
Yeah. Like, we'll answer all
I
your
don't know. Roll
questions.
the dice.
Boom.
Work out if it's front or back.
Yeah. I mean, we also have
I
access.
thought it was front.
We also have
You know
access
that.
to the intercom system.
Yep. But you walked in there. You shot the gun.
Why are you always trying to intimidate?
I still don't know what this
people?
gun is. I still don't know if this is a gun or not. It looks like a gun.
So at first when you pick it out, they were like, "You've got some kind of what?" And then you fire it. So you've got this like very basic flint. You actually use this luckstone as well in this thing. You fire it. You cause it like an almighty crash, and a hole appears in the roof, and everyone's just like freaking out.
Yeah.
And they're like, you just cause more chaos than anything else.
Come
People
on,
like,
everyone.
you
Don't
see
have a lot of time.
some people make an intimidation check for me with advantage because
I really think that you're a pirate now.
Good. It's a good thing I
Like
got
a trained
advantage
pirate.
on that. Good thing I got advantage on that. It's 18 all up.
you see most people have charged out into the carriage, the first class carriage and the middle carriage. As you make your way into the last 2 carriages, which are the kind of economy, and the one behind that is the luggage carriage, you see a number of people standing by the entrance of the luggage carriage, being like, "No, sir. No, sir. We won't be leaving our stuff. What's going to happen to it?"
Blow up.
Yeah, but probably.
Are you there as well, Des? You can be.
Oh yeah, okay, I'll be there.
Is that what you say?
Blows up? Blows up? Look, I don't know who you think you are.
Desdemona.
Well, I'm Geraldine.
Nice to meet you, Geraldine.
Thank you. And what I say is that I don't want my stuff blowing up.
I don't either. That's why we want everyone to help us.
All right. Well, I'm helping us right now, making sure our stuff don't be blown up by you thugs.
I'm not blowing up anything.
Okay. So, if no one's blowing up anything, then it'll be fine if I stay here.
Do you want to blow up?
No, why is there talk of blowing up?
Because someone threatened the train.
Right? But they didn't threaten my stuff.
No, they threatened the entire train, which includes your stuff, Geraldine.
Make a persuasion check.
You serious? Geraldine's that much of a
Yeah,
dipshit?
people in frightening circumstances are not the most rational of people.
Great, good. Good, great. 15.
15. You see, like one of the people behind him, like just drops their shoulders and just runs to the front of the train.
Yeah, see?
Nope, fine, but the rest of us are staying right here.
All your stuff's gonna blow up with you. Not because I want it to happen, but because we're trying to keep it from happening, and you're not helping us. So you can stay here and blow up if you want.
If the whole train's gonna blow up, then
You're almost there. So close.
why should I be? Why does me being anywhere in the
Because
train
we
matter?
might be able to release 1 or 2 cars. Do you see where I'm going with this? And then those cars will blow up and not us.
Oh.
Yeah. Oh, yes.
All right, let me just grab some things.
Oh,
and
no.
he opens the garage door in the back. Frankie, what are you doing?
Okay, so I imagine that as I'm climbing out, I see Bad Vinny fly by, and I say, they're taking care of the other carriages, make sure they're doing their jobs and take care of the Lux. Bye. And I keep climbing.
I'm not gonna do that.
Do you have any? Have you got any rope? Have you got any chain? Are you just spider climbing?
I imagine I imagine that my first thing is to crawl. When I crawl under the carriage, I'm going to make sure that I am being supported by like the bars underneath, to make sure that if I do fall for whatever reason, I can grab onto something around me.
Okay.
But I would not have tied any rope around me.
You climb over the front side of the carriage and down. As you're climbing down, you notice these like runic blocks around the outside of each carriage. As you go to climb across them, you feel that levitation magic that's pushing the train up and keeping it away from the ground. It catches you. You need to make a strength saving throw.
Ooh. How about Dex?
Nope.
Okay.
That 20,
no.
that 20, that 20.
Oh, it's a 9.
As you're reaching across, it like because it's wavering as the power of the train kind of waves itself. It seems to be fine as you're climbing across, and then it catches you in the midsection, and you get thrown against the ground, and you start to like pinball between the train and the ground. Make a dexterity saving throw to catch onto something. You are going to take some damage in the meantime.
10. I rolled a 2.
Past the first carriage to the second carriage now. You like thumping. So for the first carriage you take, that's going to be
Why are you looking at me?
I'm just in shock.
13 points of bludgeoning damage.
That's nothing.
Second carriage now, you feel after that you're pinballing, you hear something crack in your arm, and you're tumbling. You try and grab on somewhere beneath the second carriage. You think make another dexterity saving throw.
May I cast a spell?
No.
Well, that is a 26.
26. Grab on with one arm. You want the other arm hanging loosely by your side. You reach up your like kind of goblin like clawed foot and grab onto the other like mechanical bits and pieces around you. Breathing deeply. You've managed to stick your hand to the bottom as well.
Vinny swoops. You find the bomb yet, Frankie? How you doing down there?
Doing just fine.
You look great. Hang on tight. Swoops away.
Do I see anything?
On this carriage, in fact, you actually no. So on this carriage, you don't. As you like climb, like maneuver yourself around, look back behind you down the length of the train to the other carriages. Don't seem to see much. But as you look back towards the engineering carriage, something glints. Whereas the rest of the train doesn't. There is like steel, but a lot of it is like caked in dust or dirty or like not polished to a high degree. Something glinting is on the underside of the engineering carriage.
Okay.
You climb back past. You kind of skip over the make an acrobatics check actually to get from the underside of the first class carriage to the underside of the engineering carriage.
That is an 18.
18. One-armed, you spring. The spider climber spell is doing a lot of the heavy lifting here. You only need to like get contact, and then you're okay to pull yourself for the rest of the way. And as you get closer, you see this. It's a strange. It looks completely unlike all the rest of the mechanical bits and pieces that are going on around you. Doesn't look like the runic squares. This looks like almost like a sun. It's like this central glass sphere with a burning orb inside it. Out of that glass sphere, that looks like cables, like interconnected chains attaching itself to all the rest of the outside, the inside ring of the basalt runic blocks that are like compelling the
We're gonna have to
levitation
disarm a
magic.
bomb. So I'm going to stabilize myself. I know that my broken arm's kind of making me less flexible to move around. So I'm going to take my immovable rod and I'm going to kind of wedge it between bars on the train and put myself on top of it.
Are you activating it?
No.
Oh, no, don't.
I thought immovable rods can move with.
It's not relative.
Yeah.
Oh, it's not relative.
No.
Okay, never mind.
Oh my
Do
god!
I know that?
I would say Frankie would definitely know that.
So
Like,
it's not relative motion or movement.
it's not relative
It's
moment.
complete. Okay.
I mean, if you were, it's relative to the Earth, like,
Oh, okay.
but it's if you were on a moving platform or any kind of moving thing, it doesn't.
Is it relative to the Earth? Like if you switched one on and due to the Earth's
That's
rotation,
good.
It
it
would
would
bore through the
slowly-
crust of the planet.
Yeah,
so
it
you'd
would
see it. You're like, you can switch
Just-
on and go to bed and wake up. It'd just be breaking through stuff.
Yeah.
It's fantastic.
Okay, so I'm just gonna yell up then. I think I
sword
found
goes
it. Does anyone here? Could anyone here walk me through how to disarm a bomb?
Frankie, did
Is
you
it
find
just
the bomb?
Vinny there, or the others? Yeah, because the other
It's
luggage
you
car.
there.
Oh, yeah, you're in the back.
After you've ordered the people from the luggage, they're taking their time, but they're slowly getting out. You're all back in the engineering room, and you can talk her through this process.
Well, see, truth be told, Frankie, I'm usually more on the production side of explosives.
So you should know how to put one together, which means that you should know how to dismantle one.
Yeah, that is a logic that would apply to this situation, maybe.
Okay, so this is what it looks like, and I described that it looks like, a little orb, basically
Mhm.
like a little sun, and that it has connecting wires to all of the different rooms.
Can I hang down underneath the engineering carriage? Is there like a trapdoor in here?
No. To get under here, you'd have to pass, past one of the you'd have to get through the
Right,
same
okay.
thing that she did, which was like get past the levitation magic.
Right.
Which
I imagine my arm is so broken that it's also
Yeah.
just kind of like hanging down.
yeah, occasionally we'll like hit something as it goes past, and you're like, "Ugh."
Look, Lantre is like,
Well, no, like we're dealing with two major parts. There's the payload, which is the thing that's going to go boom, and then there's the trigger, which sets it off, right?
So, please, A, keep the train moving, but get rid of the Lux. And B, keep it moving by taking off some of the load, which means letting go of 2 of the carriages.
Okay, there is no way to keep the train moving and getting rid of the Lux.
Okay.
Not no way. Like you know
Not
that
no way.
it
Right
requires heat energy.
Which is technically the kind of magic that you have. Vinny.
Technically, yes, but fire and heat are different.
Not in this circumstance. If you
Exact
you
same.
have uncontrollable fire, like in terms of like you have huge explosions. It might be a good time to move into a skill challenge.
Okay.
Where again, so this is less of a like usually do these to cover chases, but in this circumstance, you were trying to disarm this bomb.
Mhm.
First of all, yeah, like you said, there's the payload and then there's the trigger. The other parts to notice is the Lux engine and what you know to be powering this train and the magic providing lift.
Okay.
How a skill challenge works is if you do a skill that you think fits, describe what your action is, what you think makes sense for you to be doing, and make that roll. After you make a certain ability check, you cannot make that roll again. So 3 successes, and you will have successfully disarmed this bomb. 3 failures, and we'll see. What do you wish to do? You can provide bardic inspiration. You can also cutting words to lower someone's
Self-esteem.
ability check.
Cutting words, the bomb.
Just one of your friends and make their life harder if you want.
Oh, okay. All right. I would like to give bardic inspiration to Frankie, and then
Okay.
I mean I don't know if this
How
is
does
a true
that?
piece. I'm like, Frankie, you really got this.
So you're not rolling a
I'll
dice,
tell
you're just
you
picking
what.
her?
You what?
You're not rolling a dice, you're just picking her now, playing
Yeah.
favorites, Joel.
You should have seen the way she looked at me when I gave you the I got evil in this out. Frankie, you know, if anyone in our group can disarm a bomb, I know that sounds crazy, like when would that come up? But it would be you.
So hear that, Vinny?
But also probably also Vinny. Right? Des?
You have 1d10 bardic inspiration.
Thank you. I
Um,
say, thanks, buddy. I could really use it right now. I'm having a bit of a moment. So is my arm. Ow! Duh. And I hit another rock.
The rock is flinged back and forth.
I mean, you
It's
couldn't
very
do
broken.
worse than,
Oh, it's
like,
so broken.
you know, setting this whole engineering area on fire like Des did. So, I mean, like, you know, what's the worst that could happen? Am I right?
Punch you.
Yes.
Does anyone have any checks they want to do first up?
Yes.
I'll say there's definitely things to learn about the bomb that you still don't know about. Arcana checks, investigation checks could do that.
So Mark, mentioned that the train would blow up if it dropped below a certain speed.
Yes.
So I'm guessing the bomb is somehow connected to the engine.
Yes.
Can I futz around with the engine control panel to see if it's connected to anything underneath the engine car that looks aftermarket?
Yes. Make an investigation check.
I will also say we do have the resources of the engineers at our disposal. for
Yeah,
information.
so you can use that for advantage.
Oh.
Just one.
But you get advantage.
Why do I get advantage?
I was
Practice what you
was
said?
literally to say.
Cool.
You are very lucky.
No, not you. You're in the sin bin. Well, that's a little better. That takes me to a 15.
15. From what you can tell, there doesn't seem to be any kind of connection between the console and the bomb. If it had been, your basic assumption is if it had been, the console is dead. Like, all these things are so messed up that if there was, it probably would have gone off by now. You assume that it's connected more to the engine rather than the console. So whatever
Right,
it
okay.
like. And from what Frankie has explained about the bomb, there's these like silver chains running from that glass orb out to the inside ring of the basalt runic blocks that are keeping this thing levitating. So you assume that if these levitation blocks stop and the front carriage, which is also providing the pull as well as the lift,
Right, okay.
if that stops, if those things die, then that's what'll trigger the bomb. And
Okay.
it is those connections, those silver wires, chains. You can see tiny engraved like glyphs and stuff on them. That is what is feeding that information magically to the payload.
I yell, is there some kind of sequence we can find that allows us to understand which ones we need to cut? Is there someone on this train that might know this information?
Is there a doctor on board?
This is you. Make an Arcana check.
Is it me?
I mean,
What about the engineer?
they can't see what you're seeing.
Okay.
my
You
God.
could explain it to them. Bronkton could. I say Bronkton can give you advantage on this check if
Cool.
you're explaining it to him. He's relaying what might be happening.
Okay. So that's a 16 and a 4. So 16.
16.
Yeah.
Also, yeah. You find out that there is 6 of these things. He describes that from what he knows, from the way that this would work, is that should any one of them go like the way that this would fail, like the way that the train would fail when it slows down, is that it would start to go off one by one, right? So they are timed to explode the payload if one of them goes dead. So if all of them went dead, that is the dead man switch, he thinks. Like, not the dead man switch, but the way to disarm it. You have to get all 6 out at the same time.
Okay.
How are these basalt blocks affixed to the carriage?
They are on they're like kind of welded to the. They're like screwed into a metal plate that is then welded onto the bottom.
Okay.
What were you hoping for?
I don't know. Getting information, Zachary.
They're on like they're all on like a platform that like slides into the bottom of the train.
Okay. So theoretically, we could just slide the train off the basalt blocks somehow.
And crash and die.
Well,
remember the lead carriage is the one that's
is the
pulling
one that's lifting everything. No, I'm aware.
But you could slide it out somewhat so that you could get another person inside.
Also said that L'Entrée could animate objects on a carriage as well.
Yes.
I can also use Wall of Force.
No,
turns out you can turn
can't.
into a ramp.
Why would you do that?
Look, good to know though.
All right.
Good to know.
I mean,
Keeping my options
you can
open.
just to see how
Yeah.
it goes. You can.
The most chaotic person.
I'm trying to.
What is the final check that you want to make to this
animate object?
to
Right,
kind
I
of
made
figure out how you're kind of trying to figure out how to defuse this
I
bomb?
mean, my other question is, could we cast a spell around this thing that removes it all in one go? Like, imagine the way that I'm envisioning this is like we place an orb around it that will just completely contain it. Do
Can
we
you do
have
that?
any of
Yeah, I
that
can
kind
do
of magic?
L'Entrée can do that?
That's what I was trying to say.
All right.
So
No, you said ramp.
You
Yeah,
did
I'll
say
say
ramp.
this back.
I can make Wall of Force into a sphere at a point of my choosing, and with a radius of up to 10 feet. This is up to 10 feet.
Yeah, so you can be small.
I can just make it small. I can just be like, doo, and it goes, doop.
All right. So the final check for this skill challenge
Oh, no.
is not like once you get down there, it's fine, but you have to get down there.
Could he just see it? So, like, if I were to point to him exactly where it is,
You can't really see. You can't really get eye on it. The like exact nature of the spell is that he has to like make it appear to cut all chains and sever them all at once.
Mhm.
He'd have to be down there to see it.
okay.
Strength
How you
related.
get it.
Is
Might
there
be.
any other way than strength related?
Acrobatics.
Can you? Oh no, wait, that would be another check. I was gonna say,
Yeah,
can,
put a rope on around your waist and then jump out.
can
If
you
Des
turn
wants to
into
help you,
anything?
I guess.
What?
Can you turn into anything that would
Oh, I guess
allow
I
you
could.
to?
Not do that and
No.
cast.
Yeah, that's true. 'Cause it's
Yeah.
another check. Okay.
You're gonna tie a rope around me and I just dive under the train and see what
Dude,
happens.
why don't you just
Tell them the
acrobatics
truth.
down?
That's what I know. I wonder. Are those acrobatics? Acrobatics. Some type of
this will be an
acrobatic.
athletics check.
That's the
To
problem.
the problem is that like you can climb down there easily. It's
Uh-huh.
the levitation magic that is
Yeah.
pushing you away. You can also try something risky though. You can ask them to slow down the train enough that the levitation magic will like lean off so that it'll be an easier check. However, you're cutting it very close to the wire.
Oh, here's a question.
Yeah.
If he's climbing down, not on the engine carriage, one of the, like the second carriage, the first class carriage, can I dispel magic on one of the blocks so he can get underneath it? Just one of
You
them.
dispel magic on one of the blocks.
Not one of the ones the bomb is connected to, on one of the next carriages.
Right. Okay. So you want to dispel magic on one of them.
So he can,
Yeah.
like, get down under...
All right. Yeah. Okay.
All right. let's
Sure.
do it. What I gotta roll?
You cast the spell.
So essentially, like, just letting him do this acrobatically as opposed to forcing his way through.
Sure, absolutely. You in bat form, you go land on top of the carriage. Frankie describes which one it is that you have to go. You hit the basalt block with the dispel magic, and you see the glyphs flare and then die out, and then the trains start to list to that side just slightly.
Go quick, L'Entrée.
All right. Wish me luck, everyone.
Acrobatics check.
Oh no. It's a
Can I
2.
give him? Can I help him? Can I help him, Zach?
Look,
I think we've got a precedent. What happens if someone falls down under the
it's
train?
a 2, but that means it's a 14 because I got plus 12.
Did I give him
acrobatics.
my bardic inspiration that I was given?
Mm-mm.
Could I have helped him though?
Could you have helped him? I will say, okay, you can help him, but not immediately. Immediately, what happens is that you, as you're like climbing under, your leg gets caught by a like passing rock, and you start to tumble and get thrown down the length of the train. Des, you hear him going, and you sprint to the far end. If he doesn't make his dexterity saving throws, make your first dexterity saving throws, he's going to come out the end. He's going to need someone to grab him.
I tie a rope
Nice.
around my waist and I tie
27.
it to the end of the train.
27.
Look who's all cocky now.
Yeah.
Unlike Frankie, who is small size, you're medium size, which means it's much more difficult for you. You are gonna take, oh my god, 22 points of bludgeoning damage as you tumble down the length of the train. You're trying to grab a handhold, but you can't because like it's so much harder because you don't have spider climb. You don't have the small stature that Frankie does. As you get right to the end, you see a hand grab you, reaching out from the end of the last carriage, grab your hand as you slide out behind. It's Dez's hand holding you as she's hanging from the back. She lifts you up and throws you back under enough force, upward force, to let you grab back onto the bottom of the train.
Tell him the truth.
Can't hear you. Hold on, Des. It's time for me to save everyone on the train.
I should let you go.
I saved everyone one time, and now I'm gonna save them again.
Yeah, you start climbing the length of the train upside down now. It's hard.
Been there.
Yeah. You roll a d4 for me to see which limb breaks.
Oh, great. It's a 3.
Your right leg, around the calf,
It's not my favorite.
Oh.
and you're mostly using your arms to climb, and it's like
Yeah.
it's slow going. But you make your way back up the length of the train. You're breathing, you're sweating. You sit there, breathing, and now it's the point where you're about to cast this spell.
Mhm.
I'm gonna tie us together with a piece of rope that I have on me, to the train as well, so that we have another point of support.
Okay. Is someone going to grab the payload when it drops? Because when you cast a spell, it's going to... Actually, you wouldn't know that. If you're about to cast a spell, are you about to cast a spell?
I am.
Breathe in. You look at all the chains that you need to sever with a spell, and you cast Wall of Force in a circuit, like a sphere, to encompass this.
Mm-hmm.
You see the silver chains go dead. Those glyphs on them like flare for a moment before they go dead. The chains kind of like are starting to rattle and spark next to you, and the sphere starts to drop. Does anyone grab it? Does anyone do anything?
How big is this sphere?
It's a bit smaller than a basketball.
I mean, do we know if it would explode if we held it?
It definitely is not going to explode, but well, you're not sure.
I mean, like, it's in a little, it's in a wall of force for 10 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
As long as I can keep up concentration.
Yeah,
But that's a gamble. It's Lantry.
sure.
Yeah, but I feel like if we try to catch it, it's probably worse.
I'm okay. What is on the other side of the train? Like, is the train in an open field right now?
It's heading through. It's a small indentation. It's mostly open fields.
Okay.
There's some forestry, but you're heading through like green lands.
Okay. If we take this orb and just throw it out the side so that it's away from the train and just long gone.
You need to catch it first. Make a
Can I just like hit it out midair?
make
kick it?
a
Mage hand it.
Well,
this would be an athletics check.
It wouldn't
to
get
try
through
and chuck
the levitation.
it.
That's
It would
true.
bounce between them.
Yeah,
and out the
I'm
back
gonna
of the
mage
train.
hand it. Or is it too heavy?
Make a spellcasting ability check. As this thing drops, you're trying to slap it out of the train.
I grab onto Frankie because Frankie's got one broken up, and I hold onto the train so Frankie can use the one hand to.
That was 8, but I still have bardic inspiration.
Mm-hmm.
Thank God. 13.
13. You slap it and it gets caught by the levitation and start to ping pong between down the length of the train. You hear the dunk, 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 dunk. Don't hear an explosion.
What? Okay. I mean, that's good.
Yeah.
But
you disarmed the
But I mean,
device.
is it indefinitely bouncing, or
No,
did it go out the end?
like you would have gone out the back of the train.
Okay, good.
You look down, you don't see it anymore.
I breathe. I go to high five you, but that would mean I would let go. So I just say, "Nice work," and then I grin at you, and my teeth are chipped.
Your teeth are chipped, and you like got this
And
one
I'm
broken
bloodied.
arm. You got a broken arm, I got a broken leg.
And you
Like-
smile at me, and you all these
Yeah.
cuts on your face.
You take a breath.
It's like, you just-
We both like have a
Yeah.
moment where we're looking at each other,
Like,
deep in each other's
yeah.
eyes, but we're all
yeah,
just so
like eyes bloodshot and just cuts everywhere.
As you make your way out, you like the train is again listing to the left. You make your way out, get up on top, back
Is
into the
Mark
thing.
there? Mark's there.
Mark's not there, but the capital is heading towards you now. Well, you're heading towards the capital. What you were supposed to be doing was to there was like a station set up, but because of the list of the train, you're now heading directly for the front doors of the outer wall of the city. What are you doing?
Taking the Lux Crystal out of the engine.
You know that what will happen if you do that is that the levitation will cancel before the momentum necessarily does.
No,
A
Des,
hard cut will...
more blocks on that side of the train. Knock them off now.
More blocks?
More blocks. Knock them off.
Yay! I get to go punch stuff off the bottom of a train.
Yeah. You are getting within probably now, like you are speeding towards the doors. You're going to hit that before you're able to climb down. Because Des, you come back from the back. Okay, you all gather back in the engineering room. The doors are coming towards you. Des, you're like, what happened to the bomb?
Yeah, what did happen to the bomb?
It's long gone.
Yeah.
You're welcome.
Did it explode somewhere else?
Do you know?
Did you?
The
Who's to
launch
say?
rate this whole
Do
time
we need to
is
have this
like-
conversation right now?
You didn't see it come out the back.
Guys, it's still in the train somewhere.
I mean, I haven't dropped my concentration, obviously,
Doors are getting closer.
with the.
No.
Okay, you turn the train. I'm going up the back, and I will fly up to the back of the train.
Can I turn the train actually? Because it doesn't have a track necessarily.
If you break the levitation blocks that are attached to the bottom of the train, you
one
can
side.
start to
Yeah.
turn the
Yeah.
train.
That's what I'm
That's
saying.
what I
So
said.
like,
Yeah,
can I?
right,
That's
okay.
what we were
That's
saying.
cool.
So-
I'm gonna go over the intercom and say, everyone, buckle up.
What do you want to turn it to? Because you don't believe that you can turn it directly like out, like the city walls are ahead of you.
Yep.
You don't think you can make a right angle turn, but you're not angling directly towards the doors. If you want to
You
smash
said
through,
you said all the pull is coming from the engine, right?
Yeah.
So if we can turn the engine, the train will follow it. That's how trains work.
you can turn the engine, yes, but it's hard to turn it's not going to turn on a dime, is what I'm saying.
Right,
You
okay.
can't make a right angle turn with it to avoid the walls of the city.
But can I get it turning enough to where it will side scrape into the walls of the city and not take out everything into the city?
Yes, you can.
Okay, that's what I'll try to do.
So, all right. I'm going to need you to make, firstly, an acrobatics check to climb down carefully.
Oh, it's okay. It's 20.
20 points. 20
points?
20 points. 20 points. This is how Dungeons and Dragons works.
20 points. to get over.
You get 20. You climb down. You where do you want to be? Do you want to be situated on the side of the carriage?
Yeah.
All right. High down there. You've got a pretty good. You've like hooked your feet into like the kind of the rungs that lead to the top of the carriage, and you bend down. Like your core, like you just see you like from a horizontal position, just like bend slowly down to where you're in striking
Got a lot
range
of
of that.
core strings.
Yeah, striking range of the basalt blocks, and you start like kind of like just slowly and methodically just like hitting them,
Yep.
hitting them, hitting them until one breaks, and then another. Make it an attack roll for me to see how effective you are in destroying these things.
Several kung fu's. So you want me to do attack rolls?
Yeah.
Multiple?
Mm-hmm.
Key attack rolls?
Mm-hmm.
I borrow a d20.
Wow.
Yeah, that's right.
You can. Just not Zach.
Holy shit.
God damn it. Well, I mean that's still an 18. That's a 20. That's a 10. That's a 16. So 18, 20, 16.
Okay. You managed to just like you're destroying them one by one, you and then you like have to remaneuver to get down further, break them. You realize that you're gonna make this turn, but there's gonna be a little bit of friction.
Right.
So it's like if you stay on, you'll be most likely knocked off.
Right.
So you cling to the thing, cling to the outside of the carriage as this thing starts to list as the levitation blocks start to like smash out from beneath it. Your train gradually turns like painfully slowly as the walls of the city get larger and larger and larger.
Can I run along the ground with it now to try and like? I'm not strong. I get that, but like.
Oh, like between the train and the wall?
Oh, Flintstone style, just like dig your heels in.
Yeah, you can. As you're like pushing it, you you climb around to the other side of the train. It's like listing now. You see you hear like the yells and screams of the passengers as they start to freak out. But you're like running now, like on the edge of the train, and you jump. Flipping your body so that you're running on the side of the wall and like putting your shoulder in as it crushes you.
Great.
You're gonna take some damage,
Yep.
but you're gonna the train is gonna be a little bit better off for it.
Okay. How much crushing damage between a train and a wall?
Like a bad amount, like not a good amount.
You're
more
a monk,
than you'd want.
You're a monk.
That's fine.
Yeah, let's do
Counts as fall damage.
It
Right?
counts as fall damage. I can
does
reduce,
not.
I can reduce this.
But as you dig your heels in, the spurs of your boots break off.
Yeah. Oh no. My
Yeehaw.
hee-haws.
They make really cool spin, like they spin so quickly that you can hear them.
On
They get so hot, they
3d12,
burn through the-
Yeah.
I rolled maybe the best 3d12 anyone has ever rolled.
So 36.
No. 29 points of bludgeoning damage as it comes and like hits you. You manage to push it off just slightly enough that you the train isn't like destroyed entirely.
Do I break both my arms at this point? Everyone else has broken something.
No, but you feel like it's that your shoulders were like compressed together, so you feel like collarbones snap.
Oh.
Why?
Why?
What
You
is with
fall
today's
again. I don't know. It's just I'm in the mood.
It's that bone breaking
The bone
energy.
snapping mood.
Body horror.
You fall back against the train on top of it. And you slide back into the engineering carriage. Vinny,
Yep.
you run to the end of the train, and as the rest of the party in the front end of the train, you notice now you're skimming across the wall. Occasionally, you're like boom, boom. You hear that like sparks kick up as you slide against the stone wall. You are heading for the ocean.
Oh, good.
You're heading for like this. If you were inside, it would be the docks, but like this is just it kind of goes out. It's kind of turns into marsh, and then it just turns into water. You're careening towards it. Vinny, you get to the last carriage.
Mm-hmm.
How are you getting in there? Are you going in through the like?
Can I go out and then under the back of the train? Because there's no blocks on the back, right?
There's no blocks in the back, but there's no. Oh yeah. So
can
you,
fly,
So you go in through the back, and you notice that there is a trap door set into this.
Oh,
I
there it is.
Definitely go through the trap door.
You come up into a dark room. You see perfectly fine. You've got dark vision. Luggage.
Thank you for preempting that.
You can see the people's luggage around. You're like quickly eyeing out. It's like this train carriage is a bit larger. You're going through like shelves of people's belongings. You see a light in the back. You can't see exactly where it's coming from. But because it's covered by shelves and luggage and the packed train carriage. You hear a voice, though. So, this is how it ends. You and me, hand to hand.
Mark.
I mean, if you wanted to.
What? Yeah, obviously I wanted to.
I mean, we could have done this way sooner. You wouldn't have had to do all that stuff with the train.
But
my friends are in real bad shape.
good. I'm glad. That was the intention. So, it comes to this.
What is this, like, we count to 10 and turn and draw at high noon, or?
You're saying that as you come around the final corner, and it's just like a magical light, like the light cantrip on the ground, and then you are struck in the back of the head. Make a initiative check.
And then your neck snaps.
But it's all right. I'm already dead. That is a 19.
19. You get you notice him coming for you before he manages to get the jump on you, and you see he swings kind of like a maul, like a one-headed maul at your head. You manage to duck. What do you do?
Zombie him.
If he wants to go hand to hand, I go, okay, you want to do it this way? Let's do it this way. I am going to cast Vampiric Touch on myself and just jump on him.
Vampiric Touch on yourself?
Yeah, so it empowers my attacks.
Oh, okay. You see under one arm he is holding a covered sphere. You only assume is the bomb.
Oh, hang on, no. If he's doing that,
Yeah.
Can I grab him and Dimension Door us both off the train?
He has to be willing.
Okay, then I just fuck him up.
Also, am I protecting the sphere still? Isn't that 10-minute window?
Yeah.
So he's holding it, waiting for that to drop so he can make it explode.
I tell a lie. I'm going to Armor of Agathis instead of Vampiric Touch.
Okay.
So there's just like my suit kind of glistens for a second and then hardens, and it's got like frost rime on the lapels and on the shoulders.
Yeah.
And I'll just square off and go, okay, come on, Mark, I still don't know your name.
It's... and he 18 to hit?
Oh, yeah.
Hits you for... oh, minimum damage. 5 points of damage.
Okay, he can take 25 back then.
Oh my god.
Wow.
Good old buddy. He takes that, he reels backwards, and you see him like...
Come on, I'll give you another one for free.
He coughs blood as like shards of ice are like slowly like melting. He's like perforated. And he uses a bonus action to Misty Step up through... there is like... you can see like slats in the roof, letting a little bit of light through. He's Misty Steps up, you can hear him like chunk, chunk, chunk on the top of the train. What do you do?
It's dark under here, so I'll bat form and fly back out onto the top.
Yeah. At this point, Des, you were on the top of the train, right?
Yes.
Or did you select... you were back in the
cab. I
cab.
went back into the engineering room.
Yeah. The rest of the people in the engineering room, Vinny should be back by now.
That's nice. We're all broken.
I'm annoyingly worried. Like I am annoyed at myself for being worried.
The Lux crystal is getting more and more cracked.
I look at
the
is Des and Lantre currently here, right? With
Yeah.
me? I say, can you two just figure out the situation? I'll be right back. And I'm going to run to the caboose.
All right. You run into the caboose. Do you run through the train?
I'll just spider climb all the way to the end.
From on the top?
Yeah.
So as soon as you get on top, you see who you believe is Mark running across the top of the carriages, jumping between. You see Vinny's bat form come flying out behind him. Lantre and Des, your problem now is that the Lux crystal is getting more and more explosive.
Des, I'm still
you're
focusing
careening
on keeping
towards
this
the
bomb in a thing.
yeah, you're careening towards the ocean. You're going at a speed now that if you just like took the crystal out, you would likely crash. You could crash into the water. You're not sure how hydro safe this landing is going to be.
All right, Des, I think I need to drop this one, new one, ramp, and we just see what happens.
No.
Ramp-
Mantra, you can do what you want. you're
I should have used my immovable rod
Still can.
to stop the train.
I mean, ram. What about a curve? Curve half pipe. Curve half pipe?
Curve, not
You're
half pipe. Not half pipe. Curve.
Like,
But also,
Yeah.
maybe don't drop it. Because I didn't see the bomb leave the train.
okay, all right.
However, I don't know how to fix this because I can only punch things.
What are you doing?
I just got to keep my concentration up on the protecting this thing.
All right. Frankie and Vinny, what are you doing in the back?
Okay, so I want to try to slow the train down, but also get rid of Mark. So the way that I think I'm going to do this, and I don't know if this will work with slowing down the momentum at all, but I want to open up the immovable rod at the end of one of the carriages so that it takes the entire top off of all of the remaining carriages.
Okay.
Wow.
Would that slow the momentum at all?
It won't. So it'll like tin can like remove the top layer of the train.
Yeah.
Also, like we're rolling, so
are
everyone
we
in the
actually
train is
rolling?
gonna like fall the fuck out.
You're not necessarily like you are butting into the wall of the train, the wall of the cities.
All I would say is like if there's one tall person on this train, it's not great.
It's true.
It's tall enough. It's tall enough that you're not going to decapitate anyone. And the last, like the luggage carriage, you know that they got people out of.
Yeah.
So he's running on top of that. You run, put the immovable rod down, press it, like flick him off or whatever you're gonna do, and the entire thing starts to like tear. There's like the screeching sound of metal that you, Des and Lantre hear even from the front of the carriage. You hear screams as well as the whole like front of the the top of the last carriage comes like tearing off. Like you see his face turn to terror as he gets pulled back. He's like, "My name!" And then you don't hear anything as he comes flying off. You see his like body get flipped end over end over end. The momentum's still carrying him, but he's so high up that he like.
And then he explodes.
Can we say like as he's running down this train, Vinny's got him like squared off with his finger gun.
Yeah.
And then he gets torn away and flies, and then Vinny rolls on his back and finger guns in the air. I wanted to kill him.
Meanwhile,
Lantre.
I'm in the carriage. I hear the screeching. I hear Vinny yelling, I wanted to kill him. All this stuff is going on, and I just get distracted, and I just let down my concentration of like that.
And then you see there's like his body come flying down into like swamplands. You hear like a thump, and then you just see this bloom of an explosion as the train goes careening into the water. You see like skids once, like skips like a stone, all the carriages once, twice before they like come to a like frothy like rest in the shores of this swamp like area around the capital city. As you are basked in the glow of a enormous explosion.
Just another day.
Yeah. You have to variably do it one-handed or one leg as you recover from your grievous injuries.
Man, who was that guy?
And I say, poor Mark, little does he know that there is more to life than simply increasing its speed.
Boo.
Thank you so much for joining us. This has been I Speak Giant. Thank you to my lovely players. You can catch our podcast every Tuesday on whatever podcasting What's a McDangle you have. But thank you so much for joining. Stick around for the amazing thing that is following us, I'm sure. But for now, you are loved.
Uh-huh.
Don't die to
Speed.
Some guy.
Yeah.
Die to
Some
speed.
guy. Don't die to some guy.
Love you. Bye.
Love you, bye.
Love you,
Bye.
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 Love you back. Fuck Lantre.
Bye.